Welcome to another HairUWear Cares Facebook Live. We have a great show for you. I feel like I haven't seen you all in so long, but it really hasn't been that long. But we're going to make up for whatever time we have been apart today, now, with a great show. Let me tell you what we have in store for you. We have today 3 new Gabor colors that we are introducing. Wow, we have some nice colors to show you today. And also, we're going to be introducing 2 Gabor wigs in large cap sizes. So lots to discuss today. I'm glad you could all join us. We had a little bit of a delay. We have some wonderful guests here today. You can probably see them on your screen, right? I'm going to introduce them in just a second. But first, I want to remind you all that if you have your phones, I'll be watching on mine to see where you all are and also to answer any questions you may have. And we have a fantastic giveaway today. Our giveaway today is any Gabor wig of your choice that comes in the 3 colors that we're introducing today. You get to pick a color and you get to pick a wig that it comes in. So that's yours today just by asking questions, and you're automatically entered to win. So, all right, kids, I see you all coming in. Hello, everybody. Let me say hello to a few people. Hello, Norma Dolan. Again, wonderful to have you here with us, darling. We have Aaron Real. We have Ava McWilliams, Leanne Gage. Hello, hello. Eddie Armani. Hi, Mr. Eddie. How are you? Good to have you with us today. We have Ava, we have Diana. All right, guys, let's get a roll on. Let me introduce you to these amazing guests that I have with me today. I have 2 beautiful women there today. But let me introduce you first to Dr. Erica Gamble, who joins us today. Hello, Miss Erica.
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody.
It's good to have you with us, darling. I'm glad you could make this today.
Thank you for having me. Glad
Absolutely. So now, Erica joins us from Marietta, Georgia, and she is known, AKA, as the Wig Doctor. And we're going to talk a little bit why she's known as the Wig Doctor, aren't we, Erica?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So yes, so if you guys want to find her, she's also on Instagram. You can find her on Instagram page, and it's the _wig_Dr. DR. Period. So you can find her there, and she posts pictures, and you can get some information. If you want to reach out to her, you can do it that way too. So, all right, we also have joining us, our darling model today is Miss Jaylen. Hello, Miss Jaylen.
Hi.
Let me tell you, you women are looking beautiful today, just beautiful.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining us. So you guys, a little bit about Miss Dr. Erica Gamble. Can I just call you Erica today?
Yes, just call me your family. Yes.
Thanks,
yes.
Erica. Thanks. It's just so much shorter and easier. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you here because you have a wig salon, and you have been in business how long now?
This year will be 7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about, you and I had a chance to talk a little bit before we get to the new Gabor colors and the other wig cap sizes. You and I had a chance to talk a little bit, and I asked you how you got involved in the wig business, and you started to tell me, and I said, no, wait, save it for everybody who's watching. I want them to hear the story. So give me a little bit of history. What brought you into the wig business? Because obviously it's a different kind of business, right? And it's something that I think from what we've talked about on this show, people somehow find themselves falling into it. And so give me a little bit of history. Tell me how it happened for you. Tell everyone how it happened for you.
Yes, everybody. So yes, this year will make 7 years that I have been in the wig business. But when I started the business, I actually started the business because I was too wearing wigs. But I moved from Cleveland, Ohio to Georgia. And so what happened was I lost my hairstylist. My hairstylist was my wonderful sister-in-law. She was taking care of my hair. So of course, when I moved here, I just could not find anybody to replace her. And so what happened, I just decided that I'm going to continue to wear wigs, but I was struggling to find quality wigs. Mm-hmm. So I was buying wigs that were not the best quality, but that was pretty much what I felt like was my only choice at the time. And so fast forward years later, adding more and more wigs to the collection, moving into our newly built home at the time. My husband says, hey, too many wigs. We don't have enough room in the closet, too many mannequins, too many ladies.
Too much everything.
Too much everything. I had wigs on the floor, everything. And so he's like, we really just need to figure this out. And so I thought about it and I said, you know what? maybe I'll start a wig business. Now,
Right.
honestly, I thought about it. I said it out loud, and then I actually started to do it. I looked for spaces. I looked for places that I thought would be best. And so
Right.
I also thought that I would service women like me who were just wearing wigs, just maybe for fun, or didn't have a hairdresser, or wanted to
Right.
change looks, week to week. But that's not what happened.
Mhm.
So as I jumped into this business feet first, no experience, really not knowing a lot. I was open for like the first 3 weeks. But before that, my husband and I, we went to a closeout sale in Memphis, Tennessee. There was a lady who was closing a beauty supply store.
Okay.
Everything must go. $9.99,
Right.
$4.99, $5.99. And so we were like throwing stuff in the bag, like, let's get it so we can sell it. I filled up my new store with all of these I thought wonderful wigs. And so no one came initially the first couple of weeks. Nobody those wigs. And I thought, what did I do? This was a mistake. Why am I here? About the 4th week into my opening, a lady walked in with her husband and her 2 children. And when she walked in, I was like, okay, why is this lady here? What does she want?
Right.
And when she walked in, she honestly had beautiful hair. She had beautiful long hair, highlighted. And when she walked in, she says, I'm here because I need your help. The doctor has diagnosed me with cancer, and I've been told that I'm going to lose my hair in about 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And it wasn't until that moment that I realized why I was actually in business. That was my moment. And so that changed everything for me. The trajectory of my business completely changed because at that point, I knew that there was a purpose bigger than what I originally thought.
Right.
So the Wig Doctor was born.
The Wig Doctor was born then and there, right?
Yes. And then I just started to establish relationships with the cancer centers because there was a cancer center right in the neighborhood. I had no clue. I didn't know that they even knew I existed. That's the crazy part. They were sending people to me and I had no idea why. So I started to network, started to set meetings up with all of the oncologists in the area. And from there, everything just kind of took off. I had no idea there was such a need. I had no idea that cancer, was taking over people's lives like this, and women were losing hair by the droves. And
it's a bit of an eye opener. And like you said, I mean, your initial, start was your love of wigs, and even just for yourself. And then what an education just by getting into the wig business and all the things you learn coming into it, and all the people you meet that make you better, stronger, and you give back to them, and you also get something back as well. And I think that's the greatest gift about what we all do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And there's a lot of sad stories, but at the same time, there are a lot of great ones as well. In this business, it's not easy because I've lost a lot of people along the way. Unfortunately, and that's the news that you don't want to hear, but the plus out of that is the families come back, they thank me, they donate wigs, they provide resources for other people who perhaps may go through the same thing and may not be able to afford a nice wig or, just want to simply help. So.
Absolutely. It's a great thing that all of you do, all of you watching today. It's a great thing that all of you do for your communities, for the people that live near you. It's a wonderful thing. So I wanted to ask you, Erica, do you also now at your salon, I know you fit people for wigs and for all different reasons, whether it's, genetic hair loss, alopecia, whatever. But do you also customize? Do you trim in the wigs? Will you wash and set some of them? I mean, do you handle that type of work as well?
Yes, I do. So lucky me, I have 3 wonderful stylists that I work with, right? Because I also too, because I'm not a licensed cosmetologist, of course, I'm not going to, get in their lane. That's not my lane. I don't want to be pressing the wigs, and I got to replace them. So I stay in my lane, but I have wonderful people that I consult with and work with that are here. And some of them have salons that are very near, but then they actually do customization pieces. They do coloring, they do cutting, styling. I do basic things. So I do allow them to drop off wigs if they need to be washed, style, all of that good stuff. So yes, it's a full kind of service wig kind of thing. Yes.
So so whether it's you or someone who works with you, you offer everything you possibly can to the wig wearer, which I think is so great, because a lot of times people who are getting involved with wigs for the very first time don't even know about the care and maintenance in them. And even though they come with a little booklet and people can read the, the paraphernalia and the wig in the wig box, they don't really do it. And so they need a place to go, So, Amy Judkins asks us today, says, what do you tell clients that ask if the wigs are hot to wear? And this being summer right now, people they say that, like, is this going to be hot? Is this going to be warm? I'll throw that out to you, Erica. I would answer it, but I'll let you answer that.
Well, there's obviously several different type of wig caps that you can get that, may be cooler. But I think all in all, I typically will start with asking them the type of person that they are, because some people are just born by nature. If they have a hat on, if they don't have a wig on, if they have short hair, they're always hot. So for me, but I always use myself as a scenario because I wear a wig every day. If it's 1,000 degrees, I got a girl on.
You're just in the air condition.
I don't care. So my poor husband, we were on the beach last week and I'm sitting there and all the sweat dripping under my beautiful curls. Hey, so yes, it can be hot, but there are different wig caps and things like that are, maybe slightly cooler, but all in all, I think it just depends on you.
Yeah, I think too, my interpretation is if you're wearing a wig because you're doing it for fashion and you have your own hair, yes, it's going to be a little warmer because you have like double the amount of hair. If you are completely bald or you have very fine, thin hair, then getting a monofilament or a hand-tied wig is going to be more breathable. And so that might be an option for you if you tend to be on the hot side. I tend to run a little warm myself, so I totally get it. Ava McWilliams wants to know, what are some of the protective styles for natural hair while wearing wigs?
Oh, yeah, good question. So protective styles, now again, and you have to consider your hair type and what your hair issues may be. Me personally, I wear my hair braided. So, but what that requires is maintenance, because I have to get my hair washed and braided regularly. So I still get my hair washed, conditioned, I still get treatments, and I still get my ends trimmed. One thing for certain is you can't keep a wig on and not take care of your organic hair if you want to keep it. Right. So realistically, protective styles, braids can be damaging as well. So you have to be careful that the braids aren't tight, that they aren't pulling, and that you don't see any, when you take your hair braids down, you don't see any, missing hair around the perimeter of the edges.
Now, your bio hair, is it fairly long? Is it short?
It's really long. I have long. Yes, I have hair.
So the braiding helps.
It helps. Because otherwise, underneath, I don't ever suggest, if you have hair, to leave your hair like kind of wild underneath a wig. Number one, it's going to cause the wig to do some shifting. Number two, you can cause breakage and damage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I often find people with shorter hair, if they just want to slick it back with a little gel and they want to use like a stocking cap, that helps. So it's not moving around so much. And it's that rubbing and friction that I find is probably one of the more detrimental things to when you're wearing a wig. So keeping the hair locked down, if it's clips, bobby pins, whatever, as the least possible movement underneath the cap is your best bet, in my opinion.
Yeah, so, I agree.
So, all right. Well, let's see. Michael wants to ask a question too. So Michael says, how do you get the most wear out of a wig? Do you have any suggestions or things you do yourself to make that wig last longer, to, extend the life of it, which I think is what Michael's asking.
Okay, so number one, when you take that wig off every day, you need to make sure that you're detangling it, making sure that it is free from any matting, any tangles, any of that. Every time you take your wig off, you should brush it out or comb it out, starting from the bottom of the wig on up to the top. And you should always place your wig on a wig stand. Never toss it around on the bed. Don't let the dog play with it and the kids and all of this if you want to keep your wig, because it will break down. Also, dropping it off, if you're not good with washing and styling your own wigs, drop it off. Find a local wig boutique in your area that will take care of it for you. That's major. Wigs need to be in condition. Yeah,
it's just like going to the salon for your own bio hair, right? You got to take care of your own hair. You got to take care of your wig hair. It's all the same. It all requires maintenance. There's no free rides, people. I'm sorry to tell you. No,
not at all.
So, well, all right, guys, let's dive in to our 3 new colors. We have some G+ colors for Gabor that we're introducing. Yay. And this was born out of your feedback as a consumer, as a customer, as a wig salon, saying, what happened to the G plus colors, guys? We want to have some more G plus colors. So we've added 3 new colors, and modeling for us is the lovely Jaylyn. But I want to also say, you can see Jaylyn over there. She's ready to go. But she's not just a pretty face, right? Because, I mean, Erica, do you want to tell us how you know Jaylyn real quick?
Yes, so Jaylyn and I are from the same hometown. We are both from Ohio. And Jaylyn and I met, what, about, I don't know, it's been a couple of years. Yeah, a couple of years now. We are actually in a book club. So we are actually not just pretty faces, we're smart girls.
That's right.
So, yes, we connected in our book club. And so Jaylyn also is into influencing. She does modeling, she does photography. She's great. She does it all. She wears all kind of alternative hair styles, clothes. She does it all. And so, you know, I felt like Jaylyn would best complement my business. Who better to have than, you know, somebody beautiful and somebody who does it all. So, and
so they might see her in your salon too, right? So
yes,
you're all,
you may see her here. Yes, she may be here sometimes fitting for wigs and helping clients to figure out what, you know, what's the best options for them. And so, and you'll also see her on my social. She is on my social. I use her face, beautiful face.
All right, that's the face that launched 1,000 ships, as they say. Well, thank you for being with us, and we're gonna enjoy having you with us as a model today too, Jaylyn. So, all right. Our first color that we're going to introduce of the G plus colors is Gabor. Now let me get my little mannequin out. I still got to find a name for her, you guys. Nothing seems to fit. Throw out a name. I don't know. Write in. Give me a name for her. We got to name her. So here she is. Da, 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 da. My old tried and true standby friend. Here she is. And I am showing her. This is the first color of the collection. This is, well, the wig style, first of all, is carte blanche. And the color that I'm showing carte blanche is in our new Vanilla Mist, which is G17 Plus. And what you're going to see in Vanilla Mist is that it is a very beigey toned blonde. So this does not have a lot of gold in it. It does not have a lot of amber tones in it. It is just a very nice neutral tone blonde. And you can see in the style how it just kind of has a little bit of depth at the back. And then it just graduates into this light sun-kissed look. This is called Vanilla Mist. And I believe, is Jaylyn wearing Vanilla Mist too, right?
Yes, she is wearing Vanilla Mist, yes.
Jaylyn, honey, come a little closer to this camera. Let me see you up close in that. Which style are you wearing?
She is wearing, I believe, this is Resolve.
Okay, she's got the Resolve on.
Yes.
So you can see, okay, because, you know, clearly there is an olive tone that Jaylyn has in her skin, right? And so you can see that how this ash tone works so well with that type of skin coloring, because it really is a muted blonde. It looks like a blonde that's been toned with like a neutral toner, like a cafe au lait or something of that nature. So if you are someone, and even my mannequin has a little bit more of an olive skin tone compared to mine's more pink. I mean, if you have someone who is a little bit more olive, whose skin is a little more darker or more on the ash side, this is a great blonde for them because it's not going to look too warm against their skin. So I think that's really cool. So I think we even have an image of the 3 new colors before we get too far into it. This is the Vanilla Mist, but I have an image of the 3 colors that are coming, because not only do we add a blonde, but we've also added a red and we've added a dark brown. So you can see those 3 colors there. Now, on the right, we're showing the Paradox in the Vanilla Mist, which I said was the G17 Plus. And we're going to get into the Mango Mist, which is our red. And then we're going to get into our Licorice Mist, which is our dark brown. So you guys, we got more to see. So anyway, again, and I can just tell you, carte blanche, this is a wig that we've had in the Gabor collection for quite some time. It does very well. It's got just that little bit of flickiness to it. Just a little bit of piecey razor texture throughout with a little bit of fringe. And I will also tell you, if you're interested in carte blanche, this one has a completely lace front with a completely hand-tied top on there. So very nice, very comfortable. And we were talking about breathable wigs to wear. This would be a good one. So Jaylyn, which one? You have the Resolve. Jaylyn, what can you show us the construction on that? Would that be possible? I hate to have you take it on and put it off, take it off and on.
No, that's okay. So this is what? Just the open wefted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if any of you are interested in that one, that is just a completely wefted wig. You see it's got the velvet comfort band in the front, so you don't get a lot of itchiness and a lot of scratchiness. Yep. And that's real simple to wear because of that. You know, I know, like we always say, like lace is like the pinnacle, right? The lace front is the pinnacle. But Erica, what are your thoughts on lace? When you're working with customers, what's the feedback you get on the lace?
So sometimes I'm hearing clients say the lace is very itchy. That's the number one thing, especially for someone who hasn't worn a lace front before. So, and with that, they're not comfortable necessarily wearing a wig cap underneath. Sometimes there's just a thing. And so that's one thing that I hear. But the other thing on the other side is that they feel like the lace gives them more natural ability to part. And a lot of them, if they're short, it's funny because they're concerned, like if they're in church or something and sitting down and someone's looking over here, they want to make sure no one can see. So they're like, no, I need lace. I need it to look like it's really coming out of my scalp. So
exactly. Exactly. And you know, like I always say too for people, you know, sometimes I have people say that sometimes the lace is a little light, a little concealer or a little bit of your face powder, sometimes just rub it into the lace and you should take care of that. Sometimes even into the part, you know, that helps. Vicky wants to know, does this Vanilla Mist color have any silver in it? And you know what, I'm going to tell you, Vicky, it doesn't. It has a super, super light platinum. That's super cool, but it's not a silver. So I would think if you have a client who wants to move into grays, then you might want to move in that direction a little bit, but of a gray, because this one truly is, it is a platinum silvery blonde. Silvery, not silver. Like a platinum is all I could say, you know, like super toned. So this is our new color, Vanilla Mist. Again, that's in the G17 Plus. And I think I'm going to move you guys over to our next color and style. And let's see. I'm going to pull my next one out. So let's go into it. Erica, you go for yours too.
All right, go for it.
So I am going to put on Paradox on my little mannequin. And this is the new red. Now, this is a very soft red, you guys. This is not a real bright red. It's a very muted, natural, like, you know, soft kind of red. You can see that. So what it has is it has like some copper tones through it. And then you also get some ambery highlights in there. But it really is a lovely tone. It's very balanced. You're not going to see chunky highlights in it. You're not going to see like deep, like blue reds and then shocking, you know, gold highlights in there. It's a very soft muted color. Again, Mango Mist. This is G31 Plus. Look at Jaylyn. Jaylyn, that looks cute on you.
Cute, very pretty. Yeah.
Can you come a little closer? I'd like to see that a little closer. Now, okay, you guys, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This is the Mango Mist. I mean, look how nice that muted red, because it's not a hot red. Look how nice that works with her skin tone. So this is very flexible. As I said, someone with olive tones in their skin, someone with amber golden tones in their skin, this works beautifully with. So, I mean, a wonderful, wonderful new color. I think we needed to expand that a little bit in Gabor. We kind of didn't really have that kind of a warmish, neutral red, if you will. To me, this is like the red hair that if you were Irish, you might be born with. That's what kind of comes to mind when I look at it. So let's talk a little bit. Jaylyn, you are showing which style again? I'm sorry, love.
She is wearing Innuendo.
Innuendo. Can we look at the cap on Innuendo and kind of check that out a little bit too?
All right, same cap.
Yeah.
We got our open wefted, but it's very light. Very light. Did it feel comfortable? Yes, very comfortable fitting. I tried these on too. They're very comfortable. They're not heavy. This is a light. I think this will be a good light, something to wear in the summertime. Not too heavy at all. Yeah.
Well, and that's that open, you know, that open venting in there, or the open wefting allows for like heat to escape, and that is really important when you're doing a wig or wearing a wig, because you want that heat to escape from your head. And that allows it to do that. So they're breathable, which is really important. Again, if you have a customer who's not into the lace, that is a really cute style because you don't have to deal with the lace on that. So, and it's very fresh. I just think it looks like, that does look like a summer wig to me. So as we are, right? As we are in summer, you know, go for it. All right, Jaylen, I'll have you put that on again really quick to show us, and then we'll have you do like a little spin with it. In the meantime, let me show you Paradox, which is a layered bob. and I'm going to show you the features of Paradox. So Paradox has a lace front. This goes straight from temple to temple. And then this has a hand-tied top, also very comfortable, lots of flexibility in the parting with this. And then, of course, the wefted back, which stretches to accommodate. And then you have velvet ear tabs and a velvet nape. So also very comfortable to wear. This is a very, very light wig and a very light style because of that hand-tied area. And I mean, you can shake her up. I mean, you can really get some volume out of her if you want to. I mean, you guys don't be afraid to use some hairspray and, make these wigs do what you want them to do, because that's what it's all about. It's about creating a look you want. And, of course, as we were saying with Erica, right, we can wash these. We can, if we put product in it, we can take the product out. It doesn't have to stay in there. So, and if you're not too keen on doing it, of course, always, visit a local wig shop or a wig shop that offers styling and resetting and all of that for you, so you can get the most out of your wig and the most wear, and also take care of it for a long period of time. Jaylyn, that back looks really cute. I love that little texture. And you can see it's a little deeper in the back too. We do that on purpose so that it has a natural quality. Usually, in this day and age, if you're doing some highlights, you're highlighting it through this area. We're not really highlighting the back and all the nape area. That's kind of an outmoded thing. So our stylish looks, our salon-inspired colors do translate into our wigs, and that's the whole idea. Yeah. Annette asks, will these colors eventually come out with rooted shades? You know what, Annette? We are looking into some new rooted shades for Gabor, and we're working on some things. So I'm going to tell you they might, but that's all I can say right now. Jaylyn, let me see. Look at that. And see, so you see with the G Plus colors, look at that beautiful highlight around Jaylyn's face. It's so stunning. And then it transfers into this deeper color into the back, which is what that whole G Plus is about. You're getting a focus of highlights, little baby lights all in through the top, and then fading into the deeper color into the back. So that is what's the signature of the G Plus colors. And we haven't added any G Plus colors in quite some time. So this really is something new and something based on the feedback we've been getting from everybody. So thank you all for that input. We love it. And so this is it. This is our nice color. What do you guys think of this color?
I like it.
Love it. Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's so important, because as you know, if you are a wig salon, right, you have so many different types of people that come in, and you're not doing authors aren't doing custom wigs for them. So having colors that work with so many different skin tones is so important. And we are constantly looking and reviewing the color selection so that, we can accommodate more people. That's the whole idea. And that's something we're always looking at whenever we're adding new colors to a collection. Tara asks, do you think shorter wigs are better for daily use? Erica, I'll let you take that one over.
So I'll say yes and no. I say yes because, the shorter the wig, the less friction you have. Longer wigs have a tendency, if you're wearing sweaters, jackets, things of that nature, the wig is going to rub against the clothing. Yes. Sometimes that causes tangling, friction, all of that. Whereas shorter wigs, just like this one here that Jaylyn is wearing, it's barely touching her neck. So yes. With this, she's not going to have, as much of the wear and tear or the breakdown as she would if she had on a longer wig. So I feel like it could go both ways, but I also go back, if you take care of your wig, regardless whether it's long or short, you can still get the same effect from both.
Absolutely. And Becky Ann wants to know, how do you keep a wig from slipping? It's a good question. I know, Erica, you got some tips on that. So I'll let you take that over.
Yeah. So number one, you make sure that the wig is properly fitted. I think slippage sometimes happens because clients don't have on the right size. Sometimes a client will have on a wig and it's just too big. And they went to a wig place and it didn't say a size. So, but when they come here, I measure to see, are they a petite? Are they average? Are they large? Right. How this wig needs to fit. That's number one. Number two, underneath, you can always wear a wig grip. There's all kind of wig grips on the market, and you just take it and you put it around the perimeter. And then you put the wig on top. That keeps the wig from slipping. I mean, that's really like number one for clients. A lot of my clients love wig grippers.
Yeah, it helps them out a lot for those who encounter slippage a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Holly wants to know, will Mango Mist work for someone with a cool complexion? Yes, Holly, it will. We have even cooler reds for someone with cool complexions, but my complexion is pretty cool. I think it might work. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, it's really interesting. Vicky asks, are these new colors available only on select styles? And they are. So I am going to show you, we do have 14 styles that these 3 new G Plus colors are available on. And all of that is available on flipsnack.com if you go into HairUWear. But also, here you go, ladies. Here is a lineup here of all the wigs that it is available in. So we have made these 3 new colors available in our most popular wigs. So hopefully for all of you looking into that, you will find one of the Gabor wigs that you like in one of the new G Plus colors. So there is quite a variety. There's 14 that we've added it to. So I'm sure there's something for everybody. Annette asks, what is the best way to store your wigs when not being worn? And that is a good question, Annette. Everyone has a different way of doing it. Everyone has different accommodations, right? As you heard from Erica, she just put them all in her closet when she first started out. Erica, how you do that now?
Now it's easier because I can bring them here and they can breathe a little bit. But you know, a wig stand is important, but a lot of my clients don't have the space, as I didn't have the space. And so I say you can always store it in the box that it came in. I'm always big on turning the wig inside out. I don't know if that's an old school thing or if that's, you know, but turn it inside out, and I still put the net over the wig just to keep the hair intact. Yes, if you don't have room for a wig stand.
What Erica means, gals, is that, and guys, is if you're going to store it like this and lay it in the box the way it came. You know, I do believe, honestly, if you are a regular wig wearer or you're going to be a regular wig wearer, I'm really a big firm believer about getting a wig block or a mannequin head like this or something to keep it on, just to extend the life of it and also to help it keep the shape. Now, this is great for traveling. You can put this in a little Ziploc bag, fold this in half, and off you go. Even with the longer wigs, you'll be surprised. But as soon as you get to wherever you're getting to, you know, undo it, take it out, and then let it breathe a little bit. But they are pretty flexible that way because they do accommodate the head shape, and so they do kind of and the curl and the wave pattern on the Gabor wigs is put into it. So it's not like you have to, like human hair, where you have to go and curl it and style it and everything like that. So it is a little easier. I would say. So I think that is a really good question because that comes up a lot and people always want to know, do I really have to get like a wig stand? Do I really have to get, but I think you do. I think just like anything, you know, like you want to, like, it's like a shoe tree for your shoe. I mean, you know, it's your favorite shoes, keep them looking nice. One way to do it.
I agree.
I wanted to mention too, because I don't think I said before, Erica, that I wanted to congratulate you because I did realize that you were on the Drew Barrymore show. Isn't that right?
Yes, that is correct. Drew and I are like besties.
That is awesome. And you are actually a certified women's small business, aren't you?
I am. Yes, I am. I might as well be. I mean, you know, I service men too, but as a certified small woman in business, I think that's very important as well. Yes.
I think it's very important. I think it's important to know that, you know, you're being recognized for the work that you do. And that is it's a great honor. So I wanted to say congratulations. I almost forgot about that.
Thank you.
So, all right, kiddies, we have another great color coming up. So we had our blonde, we had our red, and now we're going to go into our dark color. Now, this is one you all have been like clamoring for because everyone's been saying, oh, we need a darker color, we need a darker color. There's nothing in Gabor in a darker color. So there is now. We have the new Licorice Mist. Let me get my Licorice Mist out. And I'm going to show Licorice Mist in this style, which is Renew. And Renew is a short little boy cut. This is fully wefted too. Let me show you that before I actually get it on my little mannequin girl. So you can see it's got the velvet contour band in the front, completely wefted. You have open ear tabs and open nape. And then you also have the little hook and loop adjusters in the back. And this is a cute little boy cut. Now, Erica, what are you putting on Jaylyn in the Licorice Mist?
Yes, Jaylyn has on Instinct. in the licorice mist.
Ah, okay, excellent. Let me get a little bit of my curl spray. I know it says curl spray, people, but let me tell you something. This is a marvel. If you're trying to style a wig or you want to give it a little more texture, the curl spray is great. It doesn't only have to be used on a curly wig or a wavy wig. You can very easily put it on a straighter wig. It just gives some texture to the overall hair. And I'm going to show you this now. I'm going to show you, let me get her combed out and then I'll show you Renew in the new Licorice Mist, which incidentally is G2 Plus. So that is that color. And so, all right, let me bring her up a little closer to you. This is her. This is the Renew in the Licorice Mist. Now, the Licorice Mist, I know you were on a computer screen, it may be a little difficult to see, but what I want you to notice about this is that it is a really deep espresso color. It has some little glints of auburn in there, but very, very subtle. It's like a dark chocolate brown. I'm gonna tell you, you know, think of Kris Jenner when you're thinking about this color. This is her color. It is I can't say it's black because it's not black at all. It is just the darkest brown with just some real soft baby lights in there of like a chocolate brown. It is really lovely and it is really great for anyone who has been looking for a dark color in the Gabor collection. And even though it is still progressive, because you do get those, I was talking about those little like highlights, you get those chocolate highlights in through the top, but then the nape gets almost into like a deeper ebony tone. So you still get that almost highlighted effect and looks so believable in real life. Jaylyn, which wig are you wearing in the Licorice Mist?
This is Instinct.
Okay, so she's got Instinct on. Instinct has been a very popular style for Gabor. It's got a lot of fullness. It's got like a set wave to it, and it really requires very, very little styling. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So it's a nice wig. Would you, well, you know, come a little closer, Jaylyn. I mean, look at that. I mean, that just looks gorgeous. I mean, the girl looks good in all three of them. I mean, I don't know what to say. She looks good in all three of them. Aaron asks, what does the cap construction look like on the wig that I have here? So again, I was saying this before, and then I'm gonna have Jaylyn take hers off after I do this one. But this one is fully wefted. So this is Renew. It was shown on one of our 3 models in the beginning of the program. And again, you have the velvet front, you have open nape and ear tabs, and then of course it totally stretches on the cap. So, all right, Jaylyn, what do we got on the Resolve? Tell me what you got on construction on that.
Yes, so we have pretty much the same. Yep, she is open wefted. What is this? Machine made, right? Full wig, and it has tabs in the back for.
It has, yeah. And does that have the velvet front on that as well?
Yes.
I think it does, right? Yeah. So it's a contoured band. We put a little thicker band into the front so that you have a little more area that would go along the hairline. So again, you guys, these are really nice wigs to carry with new colors because of the wefting, because there's not a lot of hand-tied features in the ones we're showing today. They're also very affordable. So it's great for a woman who's just getting into a wig and maybe isn't sure exactly what style she wants to get into. But what I love about the Resolve that you guys have there is you can make that super big, like you can really shake that out and get a lot of volume out of it, or you can kind of brush it down. So I was wondering, can we maybe put that on Jaylyn and maybe have her just like kind of with her fingers just kind of tuck it behind her ears and maybe bring it down a little bit so we could see a more reserved version of it, if you will. See, just a little bit of finger styling, yeah. I mean, and these, you guys, don't be afraid to brush these. I mean, I brush them all the time. I actually think the more you brush them, the better they become because you start to let that fiber move and you start to let that fiber breathe a little bit. And just all that activation helps. And so I think even a lot of times when a woman first gets a wig, and I don't know how you feel about this, Erica, when they first get it, sometimes it feels like not quite them. But don't you think like after they wear it for a while, it starts to become them?
Yes, I hear that all the time. They'll put it on and immediately I'll hear, this is way too much hair, way too much hair. And then we start doing this kind of thing, taking our fingers, putting a little hairspray on there, rubbing it back, kind of bringing it down so that they can see that it doesn't have to be so much hair, or you can adjust it. If you're feeling like having a big hair day, you can. If you want to bring it down a little bit, you can as well. Very flexible. All of these styles are very flexible.
Yeah, we try to do it. We try to do that. Yeah, but see, that one has a little bit of a fringe in there, Jaylen. You can even pull a little fringe down, a little bang, and
Yeah.
just some little pieciness. Just, I mean, that's what I love about these. You can make them your own and style them however you want. That looks so cute.
Cute. You can
Good
make,
job, girls.
yeah.
So Lori asks, does the temperature where you store your wig matter? Kind of, sort of, I'm going to say. Kind of, sort of. I mean, you don't want it in extreme temperatures. Wouldn't you say, Erica?
I would agree. You don't want it in
Yeah.
extreme temperatures, but I think a room temperature, if it's in a closet or something like that, I think that's fine, whatever the temperature is in your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erica wants to know if we can spike up this Renew. Well, yeah, we can. We can spike her up. I mean, we can give her a lot of texture if we want. This girl can really get amped up. I'm using my curl spray now, but I would remist with the curl spray if I wanted to amp her up a little bit. And then I would go back with a little like hairspray or spray gel. And then you can just activate this. She's got a little bit of length, so she's not going to be spiky, like real, like, but you can definitely get some volume. You can definitely get some more texture out of her. So Renew is a fun wig, and you can get whatever kind of look you want with that just by playing around with gels, pomades, waxes. You know, she can get pretty fun. So experiment, and that's the whole thing. You know, don't be afraid to mess around with these and to try different things with them. I mean, I even suggest sometimes if you want a little extra height, backcomb it a little bit. You can backcomb it. You just got to do things gently. You can't get too aggressive. I think that's the whole point of it, you know. So, all right, my kids, we have got our 3 G+ colors. We have the licorice mist, we have the mango mist, and we have the vanilla mist. They're all mists because that's how they originally started. So,
Yes.
so we're misty today. Hey, Becky, and this was not a wax spray. I used the curl spray and I used some hairspray. So she was wondering what I used on there. So, and these are all synthetic to answer Ava's questions. All the ones we're showing today are synthetic fiber, okay? And they are not heat stylable today. So just to let you know that you don't want to put heat on these. Style's already in them. All right, guys. Well, not only do we have these 3 new colors, but we also have 2 styles that are now being offered in larger cap sizes because people were saying that they needed something that was a little bit larger in their favorite wig. So let's start with our first one. I'll tell you which ones those are. We are introducing the large cap size in Gala and Epic. So 2 wigs that have done very well for the Gabor collection. And they're just, you know, one is a shorter one, spiky-ish, not spiky-ish, but kind of super highly textured. And then one is a beautiful classic bob with a lot of volume. So I'm going to pull these out. So I'm going to be showing Gala. And for all of you who are not familiar with Gala, let me just show you the construction really quick. So Gala is a fully wefted wig. So again, very good price point on this. We have the contoured velvet front right up there, and then the stretch cap, open ear tabs, and open nape. So I'm gonna give her a good shake, and I am going to be showing Gala in Wheat Mist today. So this is G20 Plus. Now, I love this one. I love styling this with a lot of volume, and if you guys have seen our catalog, you will know that Mama put a lot of volume in it. So I'm digging that. I'm digging that. So, but she can be worn many different ways as well. This is also a great style. If you are a larger framed gal, but you like shorter hair, this is really flattering because you have the volume to balance the shoulders, to balance, you know, everything, the overall silhouette of your frame. So this is a great style for that because you get that fullness, as I said, for balance. And then you get these beautiful face framing pieces right along the side. So that also really calls a lot of attention to the cheekbones and the jawline. And so we like that, right? So that's a good thing. And this is available in the large cap size. Do you guys have one over there, Erica?
I don't. I don't think so. I have.
All right.
We don't have one for her.
Okay, well, we're just going to use mine then. But again, I just love this because of the pieciness, the texture. I mean, this is really one of those cute little gammon cuts that really is flattering for so many different face shapes. And again, you have wave, you have texture, all those things that if you have finer thinning hair, it's very hard to get most of the time. So this is a great look.
That was which one, Frank?
It's this one that I'm showing is Gala.
Oh yeah, I do have her.
You
She-
do? All right.
She's
Good.
hiding in the corner. Yeah. Do you want Jaylyn to put her on?
Good. Yeah. I want Jaylyn to wear all of them. She looks great in all of them.
And this is
Uh,
called
Yes. So Mary Carmen wants to know, how do you know whether you're an average wig size or whether you're a large wig size? I think the best way to tell it without measuring, we do have circumference measurements on our flipsnack.com that shows you in the back of the wig catalogs how to measure your head. But most of it is this circumference that goes right around here. So I would say you will know if you tend to wear a larger hat size, which I don't know who wears hats anymore, but they do. Some women do somewhere. If you're wearing a larger hat size or cap size, you're probably going to need a large wig cap. Now, our averages do stretch to accommodate. That's why we have the open wefting. That's why we have that stretch cap material. So most people that are average to large will fit in our average wig. The large is really intended for someone who maybe has a lot of their own bio hair underneath but wants to wear the wig, or they just really find the average wigs here in the temples when they put them on just don't quite reach. Then you're going to want to go into a large size wig. Oh my gosh, I had to turn around and look at Jaylyn. Jaylyn, that looks good. What color is that?
this is a coffee mist. So this is a G6 plus.
Very nice. That looks very nice too. So that's the Gala in the coffee mist.
Very pretty.
I've yet to, yeah, see how that texture in the back? I love it. And Jaylyn's wearing a little more subdued because I got the volume kicked up
Yes.
on mine. I got the volume kicked up. But that's what I'm saying. All of these, it's a matter of styling. It's a matter of, brushing them and tweaking them. As you know, Erica, right? Someone could get Resolve and bring it in and they could absolutely, steam this down to get a little less volume out of it, right?
Absolutely. And that's what I do when I'm presenting these sometimes, because the client will immediately say it's too big, too much hair.
Yeah.
Bring it down, teach you how to bring it down.
Yeah. I mean, that is the beauty of it. I love customizing a wig. Now, we don't really customize any of the wigs for the photo shoots, and any of the wigs you see that come out in the Gabor catalogs, we are actually working with the wig as it comes. We have not cut it, we have not trimmed it, we have not steamed it, we've not done anything to it. So it's just manipulating the wig to create the style. So we don't ever want you to think that, oh, well, we've thinned it or we've done this. No, we've just worked with it as it comes. So lovely, lovely. So you guys, Gala, as you can see on the beautiful Jaylyn, and as you can see on my nameless model, is a beautiful style and definitely one to consider, now available in a large cap size. So ta-da, very good there, right? All right, but that's not it. We have one more. This is one of my favorites because it's a style that so many women love to wear. And if you have a large head size, sometimes very difficult to find. So let me get the next one. The next one we are offering in a large cap size is the Epic. Ta-da! What do I love about Epic? I love Epic because it is totally a full salon-inspired quality blown-out bob. And let me show you the construction before I even get her on my mannequin. So here's the construction on the Epic. You have the ear-to-ear lace. You see how that stretches all the way to the ear tab? So you have that like really nice lace feeling going all the way down. You have the assurance and the light breathability of the hand-tied top, which is fantastic, right? And then, of course, you get the rest stretch cap with the velvet nape for comfort as well, and the velvet ear tabs. So I think you guys have this one too, I think, right?
It on, actually, yes.
You're wearing it today. All right, you see that?
Trying to figure out.
All right, Erica.
Yes.
Well, hello. So here's the Epic. Look at this lovely, full-on, blown-out salon quality bob. I love it. Did I say blob almost? Bob. But anyway, lots of layers, lots of movement in this one. Fullness, right? So you're getting all that fullness. I am showing this Epic, which is now available in the large cap, in the SS Sandy Blonde. So this is a soft shade. There is a little bit of depth at the root, as is unique to the Gabor soft shade colors. And Sandy Blonde is GL 1423SS. I don't know if you guys could see that little bit of depth there? So we did that to create a little bit softer of a root, but it's not a hard root. So you get a little bit of a transition. Kind of looks like you went to the salon and got your touch-up done in between highlights, But it gives some depth, some dimension, and I think that's what makes this such and overall beautiful style. So Erica is wearing Epic in the GL48, which is the dark chocolate, and Jaylyn is wearing the GL1216, the golden walnut. Okay. And so for those of you who wanted to know, I'm showing it in the GL1422 SS Sandy Blonde. And Sandy Blonde is, again, you know, we added the Vanilla Mist, as you know, very platinum-y kind of blonde, okay, very muted blonde. This one, the SS Sandy Blonde, has some warmth in there. You'll see it's got a little bit more of a golden tone, but it's balanced with beige. So it's not too gold, it's not too yellow. Erica, I wanted to ask you, can you tell us a little bit, like your coloring, like how do you find the highlights in there? Because
It's good. I like it. It's not too much. Not overwhelming.
yeah, kind of like baby lights, right?
Baby lights. Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice color on you too. That just looks like a super toned, like nice, like milk chocolate brown. I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
Very nice. Complements your skin tone as well. So you guys, Erica wanted to know, and I'm gonna turn this over to you, Erica. And Erica. That's how I'm gonna do it. Erica with a K wants to know, can you have fringe bangs on Epic? If you were to take this wig, do you think you could have fringe bangs on it?
Yes.
I would agree. I'm gonna say if you're extremely talented, you can do it yourself. If not, you can bring it to Erica.
Yes.
You guys can, I mean, you can see if you start to get this lace front to go down, right? You can have a professional trim in some bangs on that. And you know what? I encourage you to do that. I encourage you, if you like a style like this, but it doesn't have bangs, I encourage you to work with a stylist, or if you are a stylist yourself, to take these wigs and really tweak them to make them something that you want to wear. We give you like the base, right? But as we know, and Erica, I know you're gonna tell me this too, because you work with clients all the time. There's so many subtle nuances to everybody's hair.
Yes.
Right? Like everyone's like, God, that is the perfect wig. I just wish it was like an inch shorter, you know, something like that. And you're like, well, okay, we can do that. We can do that. But I encourage you guys to really look at these as a base. For those of you that are skilled enough or work with other professionals or have a professional wig salon near you, look at these as a base from which to start, and then kind of get into it and create the look you want out of it. So start with something, and then you can always modify it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think
You
a
know?
lot of times the clients are scared. And that's why you should
Yes.
be a professional, because once you start cutting in bangs and you kind of mess them up, you got to figure out how to fix it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? This is the thing, because this hair doesn't grow back.
No.
No, this hair doesn't grow back. So you got to go in baby steps when you're doing this. Okay. You know, you got to be careful what you're doing. It's very important. We don't want you to ruin a perfectly good wig. I don't know. Have you ever had anyone come back to you, Erica, after like, you have?
All the time. I tell them it's synthetic and they'll say, but I can't dye this right. No, it's synthetic, and they go and do it anyway. Happens all the time. Or cutting or bangs. Bangs are tricky because a lot of people just take scissors and they'll just go straight across. No, no, ma'am.
Yeah. And I think I also find too, like if you're going to trim a bang into any kind of wig style, or if you're even going to trim up the length, ideally I prefer, as a cosmetologist, I know, Erica, you were saying you have other people that are cosmetologists that work for you, but I think as a cosmetologist, I want that client to be wearing the product. Yes. I don't want to do it on a wig block, have them drop it off, then come back. I need to see it. I need to see where is that neckline? Where is this wig falling on them? Because, you know, on my mannequin, she has like a little peanut head, okay? So you can see everything, and I've always said this on the show when we've done it, everything looks a little bit longer on her. And you can see when you have it on a model, it's a little bit shorter. So, right? Because look at you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So, and it's how you style it, how you manipulate it, how you make it work. You make every style your own, but you know, you have to get, it's so important. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who just order from a catalog, but it's so important to sit down with someone and sometimes actually try these on. So you get to know the product and see the product in real life. I think that's kind of key. It's like clothing. I mean, you can buy clothing anywhere, but isn't it always nice when you get to try it on, see it before you walk out of the store?
Yeah,
You know?
Absolutely.
So Erica, Diana wants to know, she says, would you thin a wig the same way you would thin bio hair?
Well, yes and no. I guess from your perspective, Frank, you deal with bio hair thinning. I mean, yeah, so I believe it's the same. But again, you got to be careful. You have to make sure that whoever is doing it is a professional and they know what they're doing, because there's a difference. And, you know, if you're not using thinning shears and you're, you know, taking scissors trying to thin something, you could get a different result.
Yes, so, I have seen a lot of people try to point cut. And so you have to be very, very careful when you're point cutting a wig, because, you know, you can end up making too staggered of a chunk in the actual hair. You want to point cut with the texturizing shear. And sometimes I'll even texturize underneath, you know, so that this hair falls over and it's reduced the bulk underneath, but then you still get a softer layer over the top of it. So there are some tricky things that with a wig you have to consider, because it doesn't quite lay like human hair. So, but overall they can be thinned, absolutely. And so if you have a wig that has a little too much density in it, you can always have that reduced by a professional, as we have been saying. So I cannot stress that enough, right? I cannot stress that enough. So you guys, I just wanted to say, we have shown you our 3 new colors in the Gabor G Plus that we have released for Gabor, very exciting. And we got to see 2 large cap sizes that we're also introducing for Gabor. So there's a lot happening with the Gabor group over here. Just wanted to keep you all in on that little secret. So I wanted to say, before I announce the winner today of one of the new Gabor colors, I wanted to say, Erica and Jaylyn, thank you both so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with me today.
Yes.
And to share these new Gabor styles.
Yes, we have fun. This is great.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, you guys, I'm going to tell you, you can find Dr. Erica Gamble on Instagram at _wig_doctor. And I believe Jaylyn's also, her Instagram is on there too. I don't have it in front of me, but because my screen just got really small. But Jaylyn, your Instagram account is on there as well. You can follow Jaylyn and see her in some beautiful wigs and collections. And so I just wanted to say, everybody, thank you for watching. And our winner today is, do I get a drum roll? I never get a drum roll here. Our winner today is, thank you, Erica. Yes. Our winner today is Miss Vicky Kelly. Thank you, Vicky Kelly. Congratulations. I'll be curious to know which color you pick.
Yeah.
So
they're all beautiful.
Well, you guys, they're all beautiful. And as you can see, I mean, Jaylyn, you look good in every single one, girl. I am not kidding you. Really, every single one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even say that for me. And I've tried them all on just to see what they look like. Right? So ladies, thank you again. You guys, thank you all for watching. We have some great Facebook Lives coming up. So stay tuned. Keep watching for our news and events. And we look forward to seeing you again. Erica, mwah, Jaylyn, mwah. Kisses, love you. Continued success on everything you do, girls.
Thank you.
So glad to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.